Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, and welcome to Goldenrod City, where the Goldenrod Giants are hosting the Striaton Spring. Striaton Spring are going to start out with Blossom and Dalmise. The Giants are going to start out with Porygon Z making its debut here in the Elite Challenge League, and Kangaskhan. Let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win today, Goldenrod Giants or the Striaton Spring. Porygon Z starting out, the quickest Pokemon on the field with that 90 base speed. Is going to go with a pin missile, targeting Dalmise. Going to hope for more than 2 hits. Gets 2. Gets 3. Gets 3 hits. Not a bad start for the Goldenrod Giants. Porygon bringing in that special attack of 135 it'll want to take advantage of. Get a dynamic punch from Kangaskhan. Surely it's wishing Megas were in this so we could get that extra damage from the baby Kangaskhan. That dynamic punch though has left Blossom confused. Hopefully it can shake it off. And it doesn't. Blossom hitting itself in its confusion. Dalmise though, looking to make up for its team. Goes with a Heat Crash. Looks like it's going to target Porygon, and it does. Very big hit onto Porygon Z there by Dalmise. Great start there by Dalmise. Hopefully Blossom can follow its lead in the next turn. As always, 6-on-6 Metronome battle. If we do get into overtime, after the 20-minute time limit, we will go with a single battle. Get a Sludge Bomb now, coming from Kangaskhan. Again targeting Blossom. Very good. Super effective. And it's left Blossom poisoned. But if it can't shake off this confusion, it might just knock itself out anyway. And it almost has. Blossom is not going to make it past this turn with that poison. That's for sure. Get a Fire Pledge now. More fire moves coming from Dalmise. This time targeting Kangaskhan. Not as much damage done, but Blossom is about to be eliminated. And it has. The first Pokemon down is from the Striaton Spring. Not the start they want. Having lost their previous game last week, they're going to want to get back on the winning board. Whereas the Goldenrod Giants have won their last 2. They want to keep this momentum. Very impressive in their last 2 games. They prefer the shorter battles, whereas Striaton Spring would rather the long drawn out battle. Kangaskhan now going first. Having that HP stat of 105, it goes with the Mud Shot. Targeting Cradily. Rock Grass type. Going to lower Cradily's speed. Not that Cradily is very fast as it is, only having a 43 base stat. Get an Anchor Shot now from Porygon Z. Something you'd more imagine seeing Dalmise do. And that's a better hit on Cradily there. Super effective hit. Dalmise now. Needing to take advantage of that 131 base attack that it has. Goes with a Hurricane on Porygon Z and eliminates it, so it does take advantage. Porygon Z has been eliminated. That's what the Striaton Spring want, responding after losing Blossom very early in the battle. Get a Parabolic Charge now from Cradily. This is going to hit everyone on the field and restore some of Cradily's lost HP. Thankfully it doesn't do too much damage to its teammate Dalmise. Cradily coming in with that 107 special defense. Third Pokemon now coming out for the Goldenrod Giants, and it's Licky Licky, who had an unbelievable showing last week when it became a Ghost Normal type. If it can have that type of luck this week, I see it going all the way again. But only time will tell. Kangaskhan still with that speed. Goes with a Psychic move, the Prismatic Laser. And targets Dalmise this time. Very impressive hit. Dalmise being taken below 50%. Licky Licky hoping to back it up. Goes with a Wood Hammer. Very strong on Cradily. Does get that recall. Thankfully it's not too much damage though. Get a Synthesis now from Dalmise. Very needed. Going to restore some of the HP it's lost so far. Now Cradily with its chance to take advantage. Cradily going with a Blast Burn. Many fire moves from the Striaton Spring, but it is avoided. As always, in the description below, we have a link to our Google Doc containing the stats, ladder, fixture results, as well as our Instagram page containing all the updates you could ever need. Licky Licky now going with the Smoke Screen. Lowering that accuracy of Cradily. Dalmise going with a Confuse Ray. Targeting Kangaskhan. Dalmise and Kangaskhan haven't been in since the start of this battle. Kangaskhan is confused. Hopefully it can shake it off in the turns to come. Cradily now going with a Psyshock, but it's avoided again, so twice in a row Cradily's attacks have been avoided. and accuracy being lowered has been very big. Kangaskhan doesn't shake off the confusion and instead hurts itself. Licky hoping to make up for its teammate now. And it goes with the Absorb, so it's going to aim to get back some of its lost HP, targeting Cradily, taking it down into the red, but Cradily's still holding on. Not the fastest Pokemon that we have on the field, neither of these two teams being speed-based. We get a lick from Dhelmise, but it doesn't affect the normal types. And then we see a Facade coming from Cradily, targeting Licky, taking away some of that HP that it just restored. The Ghost Grass of Dhelmise being immune to normal type attacks, and then you'll have the normal type Pokemon being immune to ghost attacks. Again, Kangaskhan hits itself in that confusion. We see a Magic Room now from Licky. So not like the Trick Room, instead what this will do is it'll take away the effects of the Leopard Berries. Mind you, every Pokemon in the Elite Challenge League has 16 PP for their Metronomes. Another Ghost move from Dhelmise misses, and another move from Cradily fails. Cradily being very ineffective so far in this battle. Kangaskhan finally snaps out of that confusion, which it couldn't even get through once. It goes with a multi-attack. Looks like it's going to target Cradily. It can finish it off, and it does. Cradily has been eliminated after having barely any impact whatsoever in this battle, although it has drawn it out a little bit, which is what the Striaton Spring have been doing all season. Having those longer battles. Get a Psychic now coming from Licky. Finally taking Dhelmise again back into the yellow after it restored its HP with that Synthesis. Dhelmise now is going to respond with a Stomp though, targeting Kangaskhan, and it eliminates Kangaskhan with that critical hit. That's 2 down for the Striaton Spring, 2 down for the Goldenrod Giants. Great response there by the Spring. Bouffalant now coming on for the Goldenrod Giants. Rillaboom coming on for the Striaton Spring. Bouffalant's going to be coming in with that 110 attack stat. Rillaboom's coming in with an even bigger attack stat of 125, and it has the speed advantage. Looks to take advantage of it. Instead goes with a Tri-Attack though. A move normally associated with the Porygon line, who was earlier eliminated in this battle. Bouffalant though goes to respond with a Stomping Tantrum. This won't be very effective on the Grass type. Licky goes with the Fury Swipes. Don't hope to get all 5 hits in, and it doesn't go for Dhelmise, thankfully. It goes for Rillaboom, gets in 2, only gets in 2 though. Not what Licky was hoping for. Dhelmise now, this time not using a Ghost type move, instead going with Liquidation. Going for Licky. Decent hit, taking Licky below 50%. Very strong move there. Rillaboom. Now going with the Dragon type move, Outrage. It's going to do this for the next number of turns. Hopefully it can finish somebody off in that Outrage. Doesn't finish off Bouffalant though. Bouffalant responds with a stored power. And again, looks like it's going to target Rillaboom with that not very effective move. Sorry, it was just regularly effective, but still barely did any damage. We get a Poison Jab going from Licky. Targeting Dhelmise. Dhelmise hoping to respond here. And it goes with an Earth Power. Targeting Licky in response. Takes Licky down to the red, but Licky holds on. Unfortunately, its special defense is lowered. We're going to see Rillaboom go with another Outrage to start off this turn. That Outrage continues. This time it's going to target Licky and finish Licky off. Bouffalant gets in the way of the Rotom camera, but Licky has been eliminated. Rillaboom's now become confused due to the fatigue of that Outrage. Bouffalant hoping to respond for its teammate, but instead goes with a Healing Wish, so it's going to sacrifice itself, but it's got no one for its HP to go to that'll come in to replace it. So Bouffalant has just given up its own spot in the field for absolutely no reason. This is perfect for the Striaton Spring. Thankfully, Dhelmise doesn't self-destruct. That would have definitely hurt the Striaton Spring. Blissey now coming on for the Goldenrod Giants, as well as Miltank. We've seen these two on the field before. They do get along, so hopefully they can work together to take down the remaining 4 Pokemon for the Striaton Spring. Miltank now being the quickest Pokemon on the field, also with 105 defense, has that 100 speed. It goes with the super effective Fire Fang, And it targets Rillaboom out of the gate. Super effective, and it's left Rillaboom with that burn, so Rillaboom's going to be taking damage as well as being confused. Rillaboom's just in this, going to start suffering after that outrage. Thankfully, he gets through that confusion and goes with a Seismic Toss. This is going to be super effective on the normal types. Mind you, being super effective on... Oh no, it's not even super effective. Blissey barely having any damage done to it. We get a Moonlight now coming from Blissey to restore the HP that it just lost. Dalmai's now going with a Spark. That's going to target Miltank. Not going to do a great deal of damage, and Rillaboom's going to feel the effects of that burn. Regularly, normal types are super effective. I have a weakness to fighting types, so I don't know what happened with that Seismic Toss there, banned under Blissey. Dragon Dance now from Miltank's going to boost some stats. Lifting up that attack stat and the speed. Rillaboom thankfully snaps out of that confusion, which is very needed for the Striaton Spring. And it goes with a Bubble Beam. Again targeting Blissey. But this time it does even less than what the Seismic Toss did. Blissey having the greatest HP stat in all of the Elite Challenge League with a whopping 255. Earth's Power there, targeting both Pokemon, but not very effective. Dalmai's now gonna go with a Glare, so it's looking to paralyze one of the opposing Pokemon. And it goes for Miltank. Miltank in a previous battle was poisoned and was healed by Blissey. Maybe... No, Blissey does not heal Miltank this time. See if that hidden ability will take effect at all in this battle. Rillaboom now goes with a Shadow Force, so it vanishes from the field, but it's not going to affect anyone because that Ghost type does not impact the normal types. Miltank now staves off that paralysis and goes with the Absorb. Looks like it's going to target Dalmai's, and it does, barely taking any from Dalmai's, but at least Miltank gets some restoration. Only 2, but something. And it takes 1 HP to survive. Get a Doomed Zone now from Blissey, so we should see that move take effect later on in this battle. Dalmai's now going with the conversion to another Porygon type move. Dalmai's type will change to Water. Blissey's heal has finally taken effect, so Miltank's been cured of that paralysis, not once suffering. Mind you, yeah, not once suffering paralysis, but did get slowed down during the battle. Miltank, back to being the fastest Pokemon on the field, is going to want to target Dalmai's now. But instead goes with a Recover, so at least it'll benefit. Has that paralysis taken away, and then it restores the HP it's lost. Rillaboom now uses that Shadow Force, but it doesn't affect Miltank. And we get a Mud Slap coming from Blissey. This won't be very effective on Rillaboom, and it won't finish it off, but it will lower its accuracy, and that burn will surely finish Rillaboom at the end of this turn. We get a Flare Blitz now coming from Dalmai's. A lot of fire type moves during this battle, and it goes straight for Blissey. And it knocks out Blissey. Blissey's been eliminated with that Flare Blitz from Dalmai's. Amazing hit. That recoil damage though is actually going to eliminate Dalmai's. But this could be very good for the Striaton Spring. Rillaboom's also been eliminated by the burn. The Striaton Spring have 2 Pokemon. Goldenrod Giants now only have 1. We're in the dire stages of this battle. Striaton Spring just lost 2 Pokemon in that turn, so hopefully Sceptile and whoever comes out to join it, we have a Alolan Exeggutor joining it, can take down Miltank. They do have the 2-1 advantage. Miltank, I believe, should have the speed advantage. Oh, sorry. Sceptile will have the speed advantage with 120 speed and 105 special attack. And yet, Miltank actually goes first. And it goes with a Torment. This Miltank boosted its speed earlier in the battle, I do not remember. But Sceptile has been subjected to that Torment, so it will be doing struggle in future turns, but first it's going to go with a Stomping Tantrum. They need to take down Miltank as fast as they can. They don't want to lose anybody. Exeggutor now with the opportunity and goes with Entrainment. So it's going to change Miltank's ability from Sap Zipper, so it wouldn't have been affected by the Grass type moves, into Frisk. So all it's going to be able to do is see what items the opposing Pokemon have, but we already know they're holding Leopard Berries. That Doom Desire takes effect on Sceptile, which is fantastic for Miltank. It needs all the help it can get. Miltank now still with that speed advantage, surprisingly, and goes with a Flame Charge. This is going to be super effective. And it goes for Sceptile. Sceptile has been eliminated. We're down to 1-on-1. Miltank has just sped up. This is what it needs to try and take down Alolan Exeggutor. Sceptile, I cannot believe, has already been eliminated. Such a strong Pokemon. And Alolan Exeggutor now goes with a scratch onto Miltank. Not a bad hit, but Miltank has that speed advantage. Hopefully, if it comes out with something like an Ice Attack, it can take down Exeggutor in one move. Exeggutor is going to want to look to withstand anything, and it gets a Growl, so that's good for Exeggutor, having that 105 attack, 125 special attack, so it is a physical hitter and special hitter. It's an offensive type Pokemon. And it goes with an Iron Defense, which is not what we were just highlighting. But they've both slowed down the battle. Again, the slower battles have been benefiting the Striaton Spring, so hopefully Exeggutor can take advantage of that. Miltank, though, needs to hit hard, hit fast. And it goes with a Healing Wish. Oh my god, it fails. Thankfully for the Goldenrod Giants, that would have actually knocked out Miltank. But now we get a Dragon Pulse. It's going to get that stab boost from Exeggutor. Oh my god. And Miltank holds on. So it didn't knock itself out, and it's able to hold on after the stab Dragon Pulse. Miltank needs to hit something. Goes with a Drill Run. This will hit. I don't think it'll be very effective though. Doesn't do barely any damage to Exeggutor. If Exeggutor can hit an offensive move, it's going to go with a Beat Up. It's only going to hit once. It should be enough. It's not. Miltank has 3 HP left. It's still holding on. Miltank needs to hit something. It needs something big here. It is desperate. And it goes with an Arm Thrust. We have 3-minute warning now. 3-minute warning is here with 3 minutes left. Hits twice with the Arm Thrust. Hits 3 times. These aren't doing much damage at all. Only hits 3. Hopefully Exeggutor doesn't go for an offensive move. That's what Miltank's thinking. But it's going to go for a Magma Storm. You have to think it's going to do at least 3 damage. Here we go. It hits. And Miltank has been eliminated. The Striaton Spring have won with only 1 Pokemon remaining. Miltank held on so well, but it just could not stay in long enough. Blossom getting knocked out very early in the battle. Those poisonings, and then we even saw like a lot of fire moves throughout the battle. Delmoise was very impressive, just hitting hard. So many Pokemon, even Kangaskhan lasted a while in the battle, but Delmoise would eventually get Kangaskhan. Very impressive from both teams. You have to get up. Unfortunately, Miltank could not overcome that 2-1 disadvantage, whereas the Striaton Spring outlasted the Goldenrod Giants. Just what they need to get back on their winning ways. Next week, the Striaton Spring will hope to perform just as well when they host their rivals, the Burbank Venom, in Striaton City. Whereas we have Goldenrod Giants travelling to Vilestone to take on the Combat, who they'll be looking to defeat even with a type disadvantage. They still have that potential. Anyone does in a Metronome battle. But amazing performance there, I think, by Miltank, holding on for so long. Even Delmoise was in this battle for ages. Miltank with that 2-1 disadvantage, taking down Sceptile by itself. Very awesome. A beautiful Flame Charge. But again, Exeggutor would take it down with the Magma Storm. Saw so many Fire-type moves during this battle. The Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you think was the best on field. And always remember, you are awesome, and I will speak to you guys next time. Bye.